Hello, ladies and germs. Today is day 4, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today is day 4 after Zometa Infusion. I'm not as miserable as I was yesterday, though still not 100%. Let me slide this down a little. Oops, I'm very achy. This morning, fever's gone, so that's good. What else was bothering me before? Fever's gone. The acid feeling thing in my throat, that was here this morning. But now that's gone too. I went into work today. I tried to just be normal. I got a really good night's sleep last night. I fell asleep pretty early. Slept, I think, 7 hours, which is really good for me. Meditated this morning, put my salt lamp on. I'm like, if I pretend like everything is normal, then maybe stuff won't bother me. Did I shower this morning? I don't even remember. I don't know, but my roots were awful, so I sprayed a L'Oreal Root Touch-Up Spray. It's like an aerosol. I feel like I'm in a Seinfeld episode, but I'm not getting my roots done for a while. So in the meantime, I use that spray, because I figured I'd, put makeup on, and I was going into work, wore comfy clothes today. I was going to wear different pants, and then I'm like, it's just all about comfort the week of Zometa, so I didn't want to push myself. So I wore my jeans that have a bit of elastic and a warm, not warm, but like soft, cozy top in black, so it's forgiving. And then I wore some bling, which I got these for free. Some people are just so nice. They're not real. But wore these and had my hair, have makeup on. I feel like I look better than I did yesterday because I was up and about. So I got a full day's worth of work in. I did not tutor today, so my full day of work ended at like 2 o'clock. But while I was working, like I was nauseous the whole time. No throwing up or anything. I just, it's funny because it's like 16 degrees outside when I left to go to work, and I go to work and like I sit at my desk and I'm like, oh my God, it's so hot in here. So I put my fan on, and the guys that I work with, I pretty much work with all men. They just, who knows what the heck they think, I don't know, but it's 16 degrees outside. The studio was far from hot because they were cold coming in, and they're like, oh, it's so warm in the back room. And I'm like, I'm sweating. I literally had like sweat dripping down my back almost the entire day at work today. Anyway, just feeling kind of out of it. Like I had a productive day getting stuff done, but I wasn't like moving or working as quickly as I usually do. Just tired, I had chicken fingers for lunch. I say like I had the face because I also had it for dinner because I didn't want to get up and cook anything, and I was too tired to go out in the car and pick something up. But I wanted bland food again. I didn't want anything like that would bother me at all. And then I had peppermint tea pretty much all day today. I don't know why I forget that that's so great I was drinking ginger ale, which was like my go-to, but I forget that peppermint tea is helpful. Like I'll fill a travel mug in the morning with hot water, and then when the hot tea is done, I'll just keep filling the same thing of water with water and keep the tea bag in there, and then it's just like peppermint tea. So I feel like that helped my stomach more so than the ginger ale, because ginger ale makes me burp. But weirdly, speaking of burping, I started burping again a lot today, which is not the greatest thing when you're at work, but I've worked there long enough that they don't think I'm super weird. Yeah, so the nausea, the acidity kind of went away over time. Yeah, so I left work and then I just felt tired. My stomach was a bit upset, just because it has been. So I stopped at Marshall's. I'm trying not to like reward myself with food after I had all my labs back and they didn't come back as cheery as I would have hoped. So I stopped at Marshall's on the way home and got a super big blanket $25.99, but it's so super soft. It's from Gaiam, which is, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is like the yoga people. They make mats and other like yoga-ish stuff, but it's so super, super soft. Then when I got home, I realized that I had taken all the tags off, and then my jeans were all full of lint. So I threw it in the dryer for 5 minutes with dryer balls to get the lint off, because that would have been more of a headache. And then I went on the couch and just laid down for a while. I was just tired. My hand, that was a problem during work today. My hand is black and blue or green. I don't know if you can see a little triangle here. From where they put the needle in. Like they put one here for the blood work, and then they had one here where she's like, whoopsie, and I had the bump there, which I feel like the bump is gone, but it's like black and blue, and it's just tender. I don't know if you can see that, or it's just tender. So like right now I have I'm icing it right now, just to help it feel better. But at work it was bothering me because I was like typing and stuff, and I usually use the trackpad with my left hand because I usually have issues with my right arm. But today the right arm had to step up, and the right arm was doing pretty much all the work today, because typing with my hand just hurt today with my left hand. So I was doing a lot of hunting and pecking with my right hand, but I'm sure it'll be better in a couple of days. And that again was just a fluke from her putting the needle in and whatever the hell she did. I still don't understand what she did, but she did something and she messed up and took the needle out, and then ended up redrawing and doing the infusion for my forearm. And my forearm's fine. I don't even think I have a mark at all, really. No, I mean, it's a bit tender, but this just hurts because like she messed up with the needle. And that could just happen. I get it. What else? I'm sweating. That's nothing new. I've been having this weird ringing in my ear, like really high-pitched ringing. That's new for today. I don't know what that's about. I think I'm just tired, and I think I just need to, like, it's Friday, so take it easy this weekend, and I'm sure by Monday I'll just be right as rain. And I feel like that's it. The dentist thing, or the dental thing I wanted to bring up, because I don't remember, it's 8 o'clock, like my hot flash meds wear off. I don't remember if I had mentioned at all with this little 4-part mini-series about the dental part with Zometa, however the heck you say it. I did mention that a friend of mine that I know from one of my breast cancer support groups is an attorney, and she was talking about litigation with Zometa, and I'm like, oh great, why? And there were two things. One, because Zometa is prescribed for two separate things. Like one is for like post-breast cancer, keeping the, cancer from spreading to your bones. And the other part is to combat or strengthen things so that you don't get like osteoporosis or it's not arthritis, it's something else, osteopenia. But there's also the, again, not a doctor, disclaimer, whatever, I should just like run a lower third. Jen is not a doctor. With necrosis in the jaw, when you have a Zometa infusion, you're not supposed to have any major dental work before or after the infusion. I have had major dental work because but I just had to like time it out right. And there's a thing with, if you have like major dental work around the timing of the infusion, it increases your risk of having necrosis in your jaw, which is very hard to fix, or maybe not even fixable. You don't want things to, die off in your jaw. That wouldn't be a good time. But I had, since I've been on the Zometa, when I was first diagnosed, or actually even before I was diagnosed in July of 2021, and I had, in January 2021, after I had just a regular cleaning and stuff, my dentist called and told me I had 6 cavities and needed a root canal. And I, as a kid, didn't take care of my teeth, but like I sure as hell do now. I have a water pick and all the things. And I was like floored when she told me that, because I haven't been told I have 6 cavities since like I was a little kid, and I never flossed and ate sugary things. And that's not the case now as an adult. Dental health is a weird precursor, or not precursor, it's indicative that something else is wrong most of the time. If you all of a sudden have a lot of dental things, like it's just is weird. It's interesting how much your even like gum health is all impacted with like overall stuff. So me having that was just very odd. I honestly can't even remember what tooth needed the root canal, but I had gotten, so I had the cavities filled, and then I probably had to have a crown at that point too, because I have a lot of fillings. And they did the root canal and whatever. But I had gotten, that was in January of 2021, and then I got COVID in March of 2021, which, granted, that's when, like, it was the heyday of, you know, COVID. But the thing is, like, we were in lockdown at that point, and, like, I wasn't really around anybody, so it was just very odd that I had gotten COVID. And after my kidney stone, and then, you know, I was just being careful not to get anyone else sick, and after having the kidney stone and like then getting COVID, I was just very careful about stuff, and I was just very surprised that I got COVID. I'm pretty sure, like, well, they told me I probably had my cancer for about 1.5 years before I was diagnosed. So I got COVID, 4 months before I was diagnosed? March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, 4 months before I was diagnosed. So maybe that, you know, made my system weaker or whatever, because my body was fighting cancer and I just didn't know. And then, you know, we had this virus going around the world. And anyway, but when I had COVID, somebody brought me like soup and like crusty bread, and I bit into the crusty bread, and I already had caps on my 2 front teeth, which is another story that has nothing to do with any of this stuff. And when I bit into the bread, I wasn't thinking about my caps. I was not feeling well, obviously, because of COVID. And when I bit into the bread, I chipped one of my front teeth on the crust. And then I also had chipped a tooth on a blackberry seed. I remember having a lot of smoothies. Why was I having a lot of smoothies? Maybe after the kidney stone? I don't remember. Something happened and all of a sudden, maybe it was the dental work actually, before, like the cavities and stuff, or the root canal. I remember that I couldn't eat like solid food for a bit. And it must have been because of all the dental work that was done. But I had made, I was making smoothies a lot, and there was a raspberry or a blackberry seed in it, and I hit the raspberry or the blackberry seed the wrong way, and it chipped another tooth. So my teeth were just like chipping. And when you chip a crown, like that's kind of a big deal. They're expensive. And then when you chip like a front tooth crown, it's even worse, because they don't just like replace one tooth, like they want to replace the lot of them so that they all like match each other. So as I said before, like these aren't really, they're not all of them, just like the front ones. Anyway, so I had the teeth chipped, and actually you'll see it in my vlogs early on, because I didn't have it fixed right away, because I was just spending money on a lot of health things, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but like, gotta save some money before I get the dental work done. And anyway, so I didn't have it done, and then I got diagnosed, and then I don't even remember the timing of it, but I mean, obviously it was after I was diagnosed, and they started the infusions in like January after my diagnosis, which was in July. So I was diagnosed in July, surgery in August. I had a double mastectomy with reconstruction. And then I feel like it was tamoxifen was October, Lupron was November, and then I might be switching those two, I don't remember. And then the Zometa was in either late December or January. And then it's been every 6 months since then. So anyway, in between that time, especially after like things were settling down after the surgery and I wasn't feeling good about my body and like, what can you control? And I'm like, I'd like to not have chipped teeth anymore. So I wanted to get them replaced and get new crowns put on. And I had to time that out. It's not like you can't have dental work done. It's just that you can't have it done around the time of the Zometa. So I timed it out so it was pretty much like halfway through. And then they were just like, make sure that you're really on top of like keeping your mouth clean so that nothing gets infected or anything. Because again, if anything is open or irritated and then you have the Zometa, like that's not a good combination. And I've been fine. There's nothing wrong with my jaw as far as I know. It was around just fine, and I don't think I have any bone loss. Actually, as I'm saying that out loud, I should probably check with my dentist and see if they can check, because I had a bone density test, but I feel like they wouldn't check my jaw for that. I feel like it was like my torso that they checked and my legs. I don't think there's anything in my face. I should make a note. Yeah, I'll make a note when I get off to ask, because I wonder if they could just check something to make sure that my bone is fine in my jaw the next time I go into the dentist. Couldn't hurt. I don't know. I feel like I would know, but I don't know. How would you know? I have no idea. So yeah, the necrosis is something to keep an eye on to make sure that you don't have the dental work. And then I also had a second surgery last January, so a year ago, and I had to time that out with the Zometa too, just because of surgery. I feel like I purposely, like I had the Zometa and I feel like I waited. Yeah, I must have waited like 3 weeks or so before I had the next, or before I scheduled the surgery, because I didn't want to have them like run on top of each other, just so I was feeling well. And then a week later, my apartment flooded. That's a whole other story. You can watch that on prior vlogs too. So yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna just sum up the whole Zometa thing, because in general, I'm feeling better. I'm achy. Like I was just doing dishes and like it hurt. It hurt to like, I did a bunch of them and then like my hand hurts. It was hard to like hold pans and stuff to clean. And it's just like my arm's just weak. Next week I go to that gym program thing that I was mentioning. So that'll probably be very, very humbling, but I'm trying to look at the greater good as to, you know, getting my strength back. There was a woman I mentioned yesterday or Wednesday. It was, actually, I don't even know what day it was. I think it was Wednesday that I was on the Zoom with this woman who was like a motivational speaker thing, but I just like didn't really relate to her at all because she seemed like Wonder Woman, like I have chemo and I'm gonna go run a marathon the next day, and like I'm, you know, I don't run marathons anyway. And that's great. It's just like I don't relate to that at all. What the hell's my point? I just like totally spaced. Like what the hell was I just even talking about? That hasn't happened in a long time. What the hell was I just talking about? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I have no idea. But I wasn't gonna do any more of these vlogs because I feel like I'm good to go. Yeah, I don't know. I had a point. I totally forgot what it was. I was doing the dishes. Oh, no, I know what it was. The strength. So she was saying that when she started going back to exercise and stuff, she had lost like 80% of her muscle mass. And other people like that were on the Zoom made comments too about losing so much muscle mass through the whole, you know, whatever treatment you have or whatever surgery you have, like whatever the mode of treatment is. There could be all different things, but like you lose a lot of your muscle mass. And I don't know how old she was, but for me, like then you have the whammy of I was 49 when I was diagnosed. So like, you know, I was in perimenopause before the whole thing happened. I thought hot flashes were intriguing. I remember when I had my first one and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because it like went away and I'm like, I don't feel like that anymore. But I'm stiff and I need to lay back in my comfy bed with my nice warm blankie and my ice pack on my hand and just take it easy this weekend, and then start anew next week, and it'll be fine. If I still have the achiness like I have, it's just my joints and stuff are just, they just get stiff, and that happens sometimes for like a week or two after. But then you're fine. And it's not like it's anything that's gonna like stop me from doing something. It's just that like it's there, and I just have to be aware that I'm not like super strong, you know, physically, Jen, as I usually am. So yeah. So I'll just take it easy, you know, I don't want to hurt myself. It's just not, I guess, ideal timing that I have that appointment this week, because he's going to look at my strength, but I don't know, I guess if anything, it'll set the bar lower so that when I do better, it'll be like, woohoo, look how far she's come. Yeah. All right, that's all I got for today. Today's short. Have any questions about the Zometa stuff? I hope not to even do another vlog about it, but I will for my next one, because it will be my last one, which I will be so excited for. And that will be in July, in another 6 months, and then I'm done. I won't be buying myself a crazy expensive purse twice. The Luprons were just like such a part of my lifestyle when I was going through all those. Oh my God. But those are over, and then the Zometas will be over, and then I will just deal with the tamoxifen. Well, not just, but I will be dealing with the tamoxifen and, you know, seeing what route that goes. So take it day by day and see what happens. But if you have any questions about the Lupron 2, or questions or anything, but like the whole point of me vlogging 4 days in a row, which I have not done in such a long time, was just to clarify stuff about the infusion. So if you have any questions about the Zometa infusions at all, just pop them in the comments. Again, you can go on Facebook and message me there, same page name, invasive ductal carcinoma. I'm behind on those vlogs and postings too. Like I have pictures that I'm going to put up there. Maybe, but if you're watching this like 2 months from now, they'll be up there already. But I will be putting pictures up there of like what the room looked like where I had the infusion, and like what it looks like on your hand, and like what it looks like when you're looking at the IV bags. And like for me, I had my Zometa over 45 minutes, and then they did a saline bag for 15 minutes after that to make sure that I was hydrated. Not everybody does that. You can be a martyr and do a 15-minute infusion if you want to. They're like, oh, does it make a difference? It makes a difference, because my first infusion was not over 45 minutes, and it was awful. But, and all the infusions, I can't say they all get better, but the first one in particular is just not enjoyable. And again, you can see what those are, but just know that they're not all like that. I would say like the first is the worst, and then really 2 through 5 for me have been kind of sort of similar, unless I'm just blocking it all out. I don't know. You can go back and watch and see, because I don't honestly remember, and I don't want to go back and live back then. I want to focus on my last one being on July 15th. So yeah, any questions or stuff you have, stick them down below. And if you want to do something, you know, send me something privately, just go on the Facebook page, invasive ductal carcinoma, and send me a PM on there, and I will reply. I do have an email attached to this YouTube page too. I do look at it every now and again. Most people don't email me. I don't even remember. Well, I look, but I'm on, my phone's right in front of me, so I can't look. I think it's IDCW vlog at gmail.com. I don't remember. There's a way that you can go on there to see what the email is, but I would just go to Facebook. It's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. I don't have this on Instagram or Twitter or anything, because I didn't have any intention on making this like a big social thing, but like here we are 3 years late, almost 3 years later, and 200 whatever videos later. This is what we are. Whatever. All right, any way I can be of help, please reach out and be strong, be kind to yourself, be compassionate with yourself. No need to be Wonder Woman all the time. All right, talk to you soon.